Well, their Chinese authorities are at it again. And I love Bitcoin. Yes, I love Bitcoin too. I love Zero Hedge. Zero Hedge is the man. If a website could be a man, it is the man when it comes to news and just information. It's like the top site. I mean, it just is. But for some reason, whenever there's a good, smacking down on cryptos, Zero Hedge has really got the headline pumped and ready for you every time. Look at this. Bitcoin crashes on massive volume as China plans to shut local exchanges. I look at this happened earlier today. It's now evening. Bitcoin's down 10%. It's down to $41.33. $4,133. That's it. It was just over that. That just happened the other day, and it recovered back. So it's like Zero Hedge. I get it, but you can't use the word crash when it comes to these cryptos when they have big movement like that automatically up and down, like it's normal. You should just say Bitcoin ends the day down today based on some news. Literally, it's that crazy. But anyways, it's still newsworthy talking about this, obviously. Having bounced back dramatically from the 20% plunge following China's banning of ICOs, right? Again, it already recovered, just right off the bat. Now it's back down because of this, allegedly. Bitcoin is getting battered again this morning and again, this video is from Friday morning. I'm doing a bunch in advance because I don't know that I'll be able to do any videos on Sunday or, especially Monday as that storm comes through. But, anyways, having bounced back dramatically from the 20% plunge following China's ban of ICOs, Bitcoin is getting battered again this morning Friday morning, on very heavy volume as Saxon reports Chinese authorities plan to shut down local Bitcoin exchanges. Via Google Translate, the supervisory authority has decided to close the exchange of virtual currency in China, which involves all the currencies and currencies of the currency, such as Currency Line, Coins, and Bitcoin China. Journalists confirmed the news from the person who came close to the... This is, again, translated. Journalists confirmed the news from the person who came close to the Internet Financial Risk Special Rectification Working Group, hereinafter referred to as the leading group, and learned that the resolution had been deployed to the local level. This is following the September 4th People's Bank of 7 Ministries and Commissions joint announcement, hereinafter referred to as the announcement, after further supervision action. The announcement will mark ICO, initial coin offerings, as illegal financial activities and order the ICO to be banned on the date of publication of the announcement. All ICO tokens trading platforms need to be cleared to close the transaction. Note, and that was the end of that, I guess. Well, I think, anyways. As far as the translate, I'm not really sure if this is still it. Note, Saxon reports that the purpose of regulation is not limited to more than 60 ICO tokens trading platform, will not engage in a number of ICO virtual currency trading platform into the cleanup range limited to close. Yeah, I think this is still translated. In other words, the future in China cannot have the so-called virtual currency and the currency between the trading platform. Which, if I'm interpreting this right, I'm not sure yet, because this is hard to translate. Are they saying essentially like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, the main coins are okay, but the tokens that ride on the blockchain are not okay because those are the ones that are being traded on these exchanges? My Mandarin in Chinese is not all that great. Matter of fact, it doesn't exist at all. The close to the leading group said, in this way, there is no so-called tokens. Virtual currency and RMB between the two cannot trade the problem. Yeah, so I reinterpreting this. I think what I just said as might be accurate. Tokens, these ICO tokens, they don't like those. But the virtual currency, the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, the Ethereum, etc., they love. So let me ask you a question. if the Chinese are not allowed to play the ICO game, and you know they're going to skate it anyways and go around and find ways to go to other exchanges and do it anyways. But again, it's going to have a pretty big impact, I would say, that many of them are going to say, well, I don't want to break the law. You know, I'll just stick with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, the main coins. So now all these ICO tokens and stuff they have, they're going to have to unload, if they even can now, if they're even able to, and get into the main coins. Now I can start to see why Bitcoin's going to be $13,000+ next year, according to Cliff High's Webbot. Now I can see why Ethereum's going to be over $1,000 next year, according to the same Webbot report. And why Litecoin absolutely is going to be triple digits again, according to the Webbot, which we've already seen hit $86 recently. It was a stone's throw away from those triple digits. Out of nowhere. Of course, Chinese authorities are careful to point out how nefarious Bitcoin is. Regulators believe that virtual currency investment activities for illegal fundraising and other types of illegal financial activities provided a hotbed easy to cause greater financial risk. Because ordinary investors cannot distinguish between the difference between Bitcoin and, I think he meant Litecoins or lay coins, but also cannot identify the differences between the various pseudo-virtual currency, which I think is like the tokens. And a large number of money illegal fundraising activities are from the bitter currency frenzy, including the special currency trading places frenzy. The bitter market is hot, all the crazy currency market, and one of the root causes of illegal activities, chaos, ICO crazy, also from Bitcoin crazy. Bitco currency trading place chaos and bit currency hot, triggering the use of Bitcoin to support illegal financial activities, including pyramid schemes, fraud, and other issues. Okay, so yeah, that was definitely a reinterpretation. All sounds very ominous, and the reaction is swift. He shows a chart, which still doesn't look like... Yeah, here's a picture of that. Still has not gone down far enough to meet just China banning ICOs, which would be approximately $4,000, $4,001. We're up to $4,300. Again, the last price was $41.33 that I was just looking at moments ago. But nonetheless, prices are down. It's happened. However, if traders read the full report, Saxon explains the regulatory crackdown is on ICOs and not Bitcoin. The domestic exchange between all the virtual currency and the renminbi, their dollar, represented by Bitcoin, Ether, Fax, OKCoin, will be closed within the deadline, but the regulation is not against the virtual currency itself, nor does it prohibit the one-on-one off exchange of the virtual currency. So, what does this mean? I think it means what I just said. My opinion, and I think it's now valid for sure, which is not the main coins, it's the ICOs, the tokens, and that kind of thing. However, these tokens, there are legitimate causes or legitimate things that can be done with these tokens. So while I had to tell the Chinese, sorry about y'all's luck, the rest of the world is still playing in those things. So does that mean it's better for us because we get to still play with ICOs, or is regulation coming down the pike for that stuff too? I do want to remind you of one thing. Cliff High said early on this year, and reiterated not too long ago, many of the ICOs, these tokens, will not last through the end of the year. Many will not last. So considering some of these ICOs were Chinese ones, are those going to be pretty much wiped off the face of the earth in the near future or whatever? I mean, I don't know. Speaking of that, Omise Go. It's a .co website, omg.omise.co. I just want to see, is this had anything to do with Chinese? Jun Hazagawa looks like maybe like Japanese CEO founder. We have a guy named Donnie Herensut, Wendell Davis, Thomas Greco, Joseph Poon, Vidalek Buterin, you know him. Dr. Gavin Wood. These are advisors down here. Roger Ver, also, you know him, CEO of Bitcoin.com, first major backer of earliest crypto startups, etc. I'm just trying to figure out, where is this out of? Where is Omise go out of? About us. Founded in 2013, Omise is a venture-backed payments company operating in Thailand, Japan, Singapore, and Indonesia, with rapid expansion plans to neighboring countries across Asia Pacific. Okay, there's the answer. Now the other thing, how about NeoCoin? Now what? Remember AntShares? NeoCoin ICO. Matter of fact, I probably could do it right through here. Neo. Let me just show you what I'm doing so you can follow along if you want. Neo website. Neo.org. Looky Chinese to me. Question. I'm gonna ask a question. Is something like, can something like this get completely shut down and anyone holding these tokens is sitting there left holding an empty bag? Right? We need to talk about this. I don't have any Neo. And I don't know that these will be completely shut. Again, people are going to find a way to use another exchange outside of China, obviously. So there's going to be ways around this for them. But Neo originates from the ancient Greek prefix "neo," meaning new, modern, and young. We're trying to see again, is it, because it could be a Chinese thing that was started, but not necessarily a Chinese company. Where is it? Hold on, wait a minute. There it is. Neo, formerly AntShares, is China's first ever open source blockchain. Founded in 2014, Neo's mission has been. So yeah, this would be one that I mean, not gonna lie, I'd be a little nervous. But then again, maybe again, if enough Chinese that are in these say, the hell with that, you're not stopping us. We're gonna go around the system and go to these other exchanges. I'll move mine off these exchanges and move over to these. You're gonna see these things bounce right back again, like we typically see. The down, 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 down. Next day, up, 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 massively. But I'm just gonna say this, and I'm in quite a number of, tokens and stuff myself. I'm not talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. I'm talking about just tokens right now. Yes, I have those too. As Cliff I said, some of these will not make it through the end of the year. I'm kind of hoping it's the Chinese ones and that's it. But we don't know. He doesn't know specifically either. So which one's it going to be? What's it going to be? China's not friendly. Got a right to lose control. Don't let go. Anyways. I don't know. We're going to have to sit back. But I've always said, and I'm going to repeat it because I've said this. If you want to get in the game, cryptos, and still be real happy and make some good returns, just get into these three. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. That's it. If you want to play the ICO game where you can make 10, 15, 20 times your money if you get on the right one, then you're going to have to play the token game. Much more riskier, as we've seen. So I want everyone to understand, we're all collectively each other responsible for all of our tokens we have and what we do with them. I'm over here sitting on a bunch of mine, just thinking, well, should I unload some of those? Should I do that one? No, well, that's not Chinese. I'm not sure I'm in any Chinese ones, to tell you the truth. I don't think I am. And some of those Chinese ones were the ones that were really taking off great. But like the old Cliff High says, rising tides raises all ships, all cryptos. So does sinking tides, or lower tides. We've seen this how many times now? Like normally, if this was my portfolio, like if by chance I had these 8 things, like all 8 of these, and yeah, I have 3 of them: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But right, if you woke up today and in one day saw this, oh my God, 24-hour, that's down 10, 11, 13, oh 16, almost 17, holy crap. I'm nervous. I'd be selling. Sell. I don't want to take a bigger loss. But don't you remember what just happened Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Where was it at? Was it the 10th of August? August 6th to September 8th. Right here. $4,800 Bitcoin, 49, right? All-time high. And then we had the announcement, ICO announcement, no more ICOs in China. And it went down to 43, whatever, 41, 40. It was like a $4,001, something like that. Absolute low. Then it recovers, 43, 45, 46. There's 46. Look at this, 46, 45, 46, 46. And then all of a sudden, more news from China, back down. But see, we're used to this. Once you're used to seeing that kind of activity, who gives a crap? It doesn't bother me anymore. Which is why I could sit back and look at, again, pull this up, look at this sea of red and say, it doesn't even affect my, stomach. Because usually you're, my stomach, I'm sick to my stomach, what I'm seeing, all emotional. This doesn't even bother me, kind of. You know what this says again? You just had a second opportunity. You were given one the other day on the ICO announcement from China that they're banning them. You could have jumped in on the down move on that one. It came back up, profit. Now there's more bad news. You could have gotten more, whether you sell high and buy low, or you just simply buy low and keep adding to your stack. It's a winning solution. And it's funny, as I look at this, I'm not even bothered a little bit. Litecoin down 17%. Oh my God, 65 bucks. I'm not bothered about that at all. Not even kind of. So it's kind of funny. Like normally if this was a stock market, oh my God, it's a bloodbath, circuit breakers triggered, Dow Jones. 10% down, don't worry, it'll be back up in the next couple of days. It'll wiped out off, don't worry about it. It's pretty incredible, but nonetheless, I still gotta read the news, here, Zero Hedge. Again, I'm not biased. If I was, I would just leave this alone. I don't want to tell my people that, my subs, get them all nervous and get their stomachs still turning and sadness. No. I've been telling you guys about this since the beginning of this year. Cliff High's been putting in his reports. Guys, we are going to see massive crocodile teeth. Ups and stomach churning downs. And then massive ups again. And then stomach churning downs. And then up. Same thing. Over and over again. We're going to keep seeing that. He's been spot on. This is exactly what's happening. But again, if you wanted to play it safe and say, Joe, man, I think I'm seeing enough of this stuff. If you were to tell, listen, if you were to tell me, hey man, I've got such and such, this token, that token, this token, that token, man, I'm kind of nervous. I'm up on them for the most part. I'm feeling like I don't want to wait around. I think I just unload them and stick them into the main coins. I wouldn't stop you. I wouldn't try to stop you. I wouldn't even try to stop you. But I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm still holding. I'm still holding my coins right now. Because this is just a China-only issue. At least at this point. Now, if it becomes another issue elsewhere, we may have an issue that, if you have an issue, here's a tissue. And that tissue is going to have a little written note on there from me to you. Says, guys, liquidate, or not, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I would say, guys, I've just decided to liquidate a bunch. 50% of my holdings because I don't like such and such that just happened today. I'm just making me nervous. And I just think I'm just going to put it in the Litecoin and Bitcoin and just ride those babies. I will come out and do the video when I get to that point. I may never get to that point. As you saw the recovery in China so fast with the ICO announcement, no more ICOs, up, back to recover mode. 20% drop, up, back up, never mind. Is this going to do the same thing? Next 2-3 days, oh, never mind, back up again, who cares? And in that case, well, again, why would you want to liquidate anything? You want to ride those babies up. So, again, you're in charge. I tell you what I do, and I do what I tell you that I do. And if I say I'm not going to do that, I don't do it. If I say I am going to do it, I'm going to do it. And there might be the chance where I tell you I do it and then decide, you know what, I don't think I'm going to. And then I got to come out and do another video to tell you I changed my mind, I'm not doing it. So, I'm trying to keep y'all up to date with what I do. Doesn't mean you have to follow my every move. But, generally speaking, we're up. All of us who've been in these same cryptos, we are up nicely. So we want to continue that. And I want to continue, helping you guys do the same thing. I want you to make money. I want you to do good. And that's it. That's all. You know, that's all. I'm so happy I get to come out here and talk about this stuff all the time. And hear your stories. I constantly see them in the email. Oh, I'm up this much on that one, man. This is awesome. Love it. Joe, I just doubled. I love it. Keep them coming. I love it. Eat it up. Put mustard on that stuff and eat it. Take care.